his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Wake and Jake in the morning, Wake and Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Woo! Good morning, Bakers. What is going on? Welcome to Wake and Jake. Myself, I was going to say producer extraordinary. He's just extraordinary. Big baby David. Hope everyone is having a good week. You're basically home. It's Thursday, man. There's football on tonight. Baseball. Still like super hot in the streets. Where are my Cardinals fans at? I know there's a couple of you in here. Holy smokes, how's your season turn, man? Good for them. We had a pretty cool night last night. I want to shout out the Bakers early. You know, we normally say bake the algorithm later. 4.02K subs. We cleared it. 5K will give you something. What's your chat? What should I give you at 5K? Nude? I see Michelle Haley talking about a kilt in the chat. I'm open to that.
Yeah. It sounds like we're gonna have silk outfits soon.
Ooh.
So we can double up on a silk day.
Those silk shirts. Shout out to everyone who's live with us. Travis, Fayao, Michelle, Hughes, Zach, Bennett, a couple more in there. Tom Ace, my guy. Bum Dog. Ooh, I thought it said Burn Dog. Jesus. Would have been a little dark. Is there a barista? It just got dark in here. We are going to talk about baseball and football. I think that's the best way to say it. Yeah, topless. I did half topless for, what was that? Was that 1K subs?
Feels like we would.
What was that?
K. Or it just was
the purple over the hat. It was for something.
Yeah,
we'll look that
up. An iconic image.
We'll get. Surely is. Haven't tweeted that in a minute. Maybe today. I think we'll do a little housekeeping on our end. God, we got some birds love in here. Some Dan Flash's love. I love the energy right now. Last night we went to the Yankees game. I don't know if this is water cooler talk or if this is just cooler talk, but one of the more fun Yankee games of the year. The Yankees put together, they were down 3-0. They tie it up 3-3. There's plays at the plate. Gary throwing out runners at second. There's a lot of action in the second half, especially in the second half of that baseball game. Man, the Yankees blow it open. Glaber with the big hit. Gary Sanchez with the homer. They sweep Texas. They needed to. They had to. Which leads to a huge set with the Red Sox this weekend. That's exciting. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think. Well, we'll see. It'll be a lot of fun for the outside world. Someone's going to have a heavy heart after the weekend. BBD is friends with David Cohn, like official. I don't want to blow up either of your spot, but I think he gave you the international hand signal for something.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say.
Okay.
I think that was personal use.
Okay.
He said we should meet up soon.
So, watch out for BBD and David Cohn content. Whoops. And then Bernie Williams, who, if you know me from talking Yanks or talking baseball or Wake and Jake or anything, you may know that my mom used to, I don't want to say pretend, somewhere between pretend and joke, that Bernie Williams was my father. I know my father. He's often in the chats. So nice guy.
Alive and well, as I understand it.
Yeah, he's doing great. I'm calling him after this. Got to do family check-ins today. 20 straight games of Yankees baseball. Busy. Saw Bernie Williams at Yankee Stadium. We were sitting in awesome seats. We were with Jack Courage Dunlop last night. Huge in the gamer community, if you're familiar with him. He's getting active in the Yankees community. We love that. Really good dude. We had a good time with him. Came by the office. We sat with him for the game. So we're sitting in some of the good seats. They call them Legends at Yankee Stadium, and there's like a little eating area underneath. And Bernie was down there. So I froze up pretty good. I didn't freeze up. I just, Bernie was with a little bit of a crew that was traveling through the area, and a couple people took pictures with him and stuff. And we're at a certain point. I don't want to be the guy that stops him. He was clearly on his way. My guy, Joe's McFly, said, no, that's Bernie Williams. It's Bernie Williams. We got to get him. So Bernie takes a picture with some folks and then kind of starts what's, his aggressive move to get wherever he's going, to get away from the people, whether he's leaving or going to a suite or wherever he was heading. Joe's McFly kind of puts a bear arm around Bernie and is like, I think he was talking to him in Spanish. I think he went Spanish on him, which was a power play.
It probably gets his attention, gets the full convo going.
And he was like, hey, my friend loves you and really wants to take a picture. So Bernie said, okay. I think he assumed it was going to be a kid. I walked up, not a kid. Kid size in a way.
Yeah.
And then Bernie and I took a picture together. And, and that's, I say, Bennett.
He had a nice smile for you.
Bennett in the chat said, met Bernie back in 2011 at my local guitar place. Couldn't have been nicer. Yeah, man, I think it was just...
He had just finished.
He was going. He was
go
going. So that's why I didn't want to, make something of it or whatever. And, knock on wood, lucky enough with what we're doing that I do hope to catch up with Bernie Williams at some time down the road, which would be pretty sweet. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was surreal. I mean, Bernie is like a not real figure in my head. So that was real cool. Taylor Hearn, who pitched for the Texas Rangers last night, he's been a friend of John Boy Media for a while now. He was awesome. We hung out with him after the game for a little bit. He's the absolute man. Go follow him on stuff. He's a good dude, and he's kind of nasty. 6'6" lefty.
Yeah. And his numbers on the year don't stick out, but since he's joined the rotation, it's been a good starter.
He's good. He's a good lefty starting pitcher.
His stuff is nasty, huge.
He's the man. We had a pretty incredible night. There's a picture of us from the broadcast that was Tyler Wade leading off first, my doppelganger, and you can very clearly see me, Jimmy, Courage, and Joe's behind him. It looks like we're 5 ducks in a row. That's a great picture. So last night was a fantastic night for us, a fantastic night for the Yankees, and in about 24 hours you can throw it all out the window because it'll be Yankees-Red Sox in Fenway with both of their seasons not necessarily on the line for the Red Sox, kind of on the line for the Yankees.
Yankees are in a bad headspace if they lose the first game of that.
So, BBD, somebody tweeted this at me last night. They said, what do you think the Yankees need to do to make the playoffs in their final 9 games? 9 games.
Not a lot.
And think about that. So right now they're a half game up on Toronto, who plays tonight. But they play 3 versus Boston, 3 versus Toronto, 3 versus Tampa. The 2 teams they're directly competing with, and then Tampa, who's going to be the best team in the American League, but in theory, they won't have their season on the line, whatever that means competitive-wise. So, it was the first time I had to do my kind of an honest look in the mirror and say, what do the Yankees have to do to make the playoffs? It's 6-3.
Yeah, I think you gotta, at bare minimum, win each series. I mean, I suppose if you sweep either Boston or I guess slightly more importantly Toronto,
And that's where
I'm sure you can drop the Tampa.
I've been
series,
excited for this Boston series. I've been excited to get excited about this Boston series, and the Yankees did enough. They could have done a little more. We've been saying that all year. What's horrifying is if Boston wins the series, which it's at Fenway, and Boston has won, 7 in a row? Good for the Sox. They turned it back on. Wearing the yellows.
Yeah.
7 in a row in the yellows, I think, right?
Yeah, saw some Red Sox people tweeting or liking tweets that got on my timeline. We're yellow and powder blue till we die.
Hey.
They're in now. Yeah, look, a couple days ago, an article I was reading was the Yankees would need to go 8-3 to get to 92 wins. So they've won 2 games since then.
Right.
6-3 gets you to 92.
So
Love 93.
6-3 doesn't sound crazy, but when it's your direct competition and it's been an up and down year, it's a little scary. I don't know. This series against Boston is huge because basically if you lose, if Boston wins the series 2 games out of 3, a pretty normal result at Fenway Stadium, the Yankees have to go 5-1 the rest of the way against Toronto and Tampa.
A must sweep. It might be must sweep anyway, but
that's what I'm saying. Like 6-3 could be
6-3
could be almost conservative. Man,
6-3 is like the bare minimum, like ask.
They'll open with Garrett Cole versus Nathan Eovaldi. Eovaldi's been their best pitcher throughout the season. They do have Sale back, but they're not going to see Sale this series. Cole versus Eovaldi, that's going to be a huge game. Huge Friday night game at Fenway. Yeah, borderline season on the line. Because then if they lose the first game, they have to go 6-2 with 2 versus Boston, 3 versus Toronto. So when you start thinking about the numbers like that, I mean, the Yankees aren't home. They have a chance. They have a chance. They have a wife.
They
Beautiful.
I guess, it makes it a harder competition, harder to get to 6 wins, but because it is like all the teams they're directly chasing.
That's the thing.
If they do that, they're probably in a good spot.
And that's where
both series.
And that's where baseball's disgusting. I mean, let's say, other side of the spectrum, let's get excited. If they swept the Red Sox, they would jump them by a game with 6 to play. And who knows what Toronto does this weekend? They're playing Minnesota.
4 against Minnesota. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Minnesota's not a good team. Toronto could easily win 4. That could easily be a split.
Minnesota's lineup is very much a real lineup. They can any given day just explode on them.
We just beat the Texas Rangers, who are the second worst team in the AL. Like, the Twins are almost a normal bad team. Hell, they were supposed to be pretty good this year.
They were, I think, most people were coin flipping.
One of the most disappointing teams this year.
Them and the White Sox to win their division.
So, interested to see. That's what's on our minds.
I suppose when you do remember who Boston and Toronto do play, it's not locked in that just you beat those 2 teams. You're
Lock
good.
that in, Daniel.
They can't let them get swept by Tampa.
Yeah, I mean,
you kind of need to win those games too. But I do think if you win those games and win your Tampa series,
Red Sox, I mean, they've got Orioles and Nats, which, hey, the Orioles gave the Phillies a stink, but they're still the Orioles.
Yeah.
And then the Nats have been out of it for a while. They have some talent, but, I mean, the Red Sox.
both on the road.
Hey, the Red Sox deserve a lot of love. That 7 in a row, that was huge. I mean, they've essentially locked up a playoff spot, but, again, with one weekend, you could piss it all away. Blue Jays are still there. We mentioned they're playing Toronto. They had played the Rays. Rays won 2 out of 3. So, hey, that's low-key pretty big, huh?
Yeah.
That's low-key pretty big for the Yanks. Central hasn't mattered in a while. Astros have run away with it. Mariners.
Toronto finishes home against the Orioles.
Yeah, like those teams are going to win some games.
Orioles might use all their last energy on the Red Sox.
Hey, man, if you're the Orioles and you're playing your last games of the season and you got to empty the tank and you can ruin someone's day, that might feel pretty good.
And Mancini on Rose earlier this week said that they're very much have been embracing it, and be weird to drop that last week and a week later they don't feel
No,
that way
dude,
anymore.
and that's their manager's personality. That's
Yeah.
Brandon Hyde. They kind of like being that little asshole. Like
for like what the season's been for like Trey Mancini. I think
right.
I think the guys there follow his lead, going out on a limb.
So
Now Castle wants to finish his rookie year on a good week.
Rookie of the Year campaign. Mariners and A's still lurking, but not really. The Mariners have won the first 2 out of 3, but it's a 4-game set, so I just laid that out weird.
I think they've won the first 3 out of 4.
Mariners can basically bury the Athletics this afternoon, which is wild. Just absolutely wild. Good for the Mariners that they're going to get close to a 90-win season kind of out of nowhere. They go Angels. Get hot, Mariners. They go Angels, Athletics again, and then Angels. So they're kind of involved.
Play the
in
A's
that,
one more
really.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, which
What a
almost...
weird season for Oakland.
I mean, unless they... Yeah, weird year for Oakland. Probably wishing they didn't start out 0-6 or whatever. Tigers and Indians are fighting for 500. There's the rest of your AL. Braves are 3 up on the Phillies with a week and a half to play. Braves have 1 more with the Diamondbacks tonight. Then they go to San Diego for 3. That could be a little tricky on you. And then they come home, man, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Phillies, Braves. Which, if you're the Phillies, you got to keep it within 3. You got to keep it within 3, but the Braves do finish with the Mets, which
They might.
it's not good.
They might have just had their season officially end.
Pirates, Phillies. I mean, Pirates are playing a little bit of scrappy baseball. I don't know. I know I've been kind of mean to Phillies fans lately. I hope that Phillies Brave series means a lot because that would be cool. I mean, Harper deserves it. Gene Segura deserves it. I wonder if the Phillies have their rotation lined up for that. Something we can look into. If that's what you're into, is that what you're into? Him and me.
Looks like Phillies have Wheeler Nola Gibson lined up for the Braves.
Yeah, good. That's awesome. So, Philly, you kind of just got a fan. Yeah, I wonder if they just snuck in. It looks like the final game versus Pittsburgh. It looks like
They're gonna slide somebody.
Adonis Medina is pitching, who's not in my book. I don't know. He's not in their rotation currently. It looks like he's been out of the pen for them. Oh, he threw 69 bullets the other day. Nice. I love that. That's essentially a mini playoff series. And it should be Ian Anderson, Charlie Moore, and Max Fried. Okay, people.
That's going to be cool.
Next week, buckle up. Playoff start. 9/20/28 in Atlanta. They host the Phillies to see who's going to the playoffs. That's fantastic. See, guys, this is why we do this. What else in the NL? Cardinals can't stop, won't stop. They're going for a 4-game sweep of the Brew Crew today. They've won 12 in a row. I just clicked on the bad page.
It looks like 11.
3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I counted so wrong. So we'll believe BBD.
It looks to me like 11.
Let's call it 11. Maybe 12 after today.
And I think like 14 out of 15 or something.
Man, go Cardinals, go! I know. I know sometimes I have a little.
13 out of 14.
I don't want to say eternal optimist, but I believe in sports. The Cardinals, they were having this ho-hum season, and they were around, and at the deadline, they traded for Happ and Lester, and you're kind of like, what's going on? You're hoping Flaherty gets back. Man, good for them. Paul Goldschmidt has gone nut job. Tyler O'Neill has had an awesome year. Arenado's there. That's interested to see what happens with Jack Flaherty, our guy, friend of the pod. Because, man, St. Louis has everything except scary starting pitching, and it says that Jack Flaherty will start Game 2 on Friday, September 24th. So they're playing a doubleheader tomorrow, and Jack Flaherty will start. So Adam Wainwright has had an incredible year. Like, I think we might make Jolly Olive do like a piece on what Adam Wainwright has done this season for his age. He's 40 years old. The Cardinals, if they can go into a playoff series with Adam Wainwright and Jack Flaherty, that's a very different team than just Waino as your one and then Happ, Lester, Woodford. And that's not shots fired. I mean, Jack Flaherty's awesome. One of the best young pitchers in baseball. Looks like they've been using that bullpen. Good. Gallegos, Reyes, Genesis Cabrera. Go watch that guy pitch. He's gross. And, man, I'm just telling you, like, is the wild card done in the National League? It is, right?
Happened quick.
It happened so quick. John Boy Media's Reds and what the Cardinals have been doing. Bringing up the wild card standings because the Dodgers or the Giants, man, did the Giants gain a game last night? See, now I'm catching up with you guys, and I'm jumping all over. The Giants are up 2 games. Okay, Giants. Keep fighting, man. What do they got? They got 4 in Colorado. That's a little tricky. At home versus the Snakes. And then at home versus the Padres to end the year. Man, if the Padres are out of it for those final 3 games, which they probably are going to be.
They're 6 games out right now.
6?
6 games out. Nobody.
They're done.
And the closest team to Cardinals, Reds and Phillies are both 4.5 back.
It's over.
Done.
It's over. It's Vince Carter. It's over.
Neither of those teams you believe in to win out, and you don't believe in. And the Cardinals aren't losing out at this point. They've won 11 in a row.
I can't
They're
believe
not losing out.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Giants season comes down to, so they play San Diego today, win that, but they have 3 games at Colorado that are going to decide their season. The Rockies are a different team at home. They just took one from the Dodgers. If they survive that, they go home and they play the Snakes and the Padres.
Padres.
The
Padres will be
the eliminated Padres. Which, like, at that point, do they even play Tatis in the outfield? Like, is Machado playing? Like, he probably will, but
Machado
you're playing a
will.
very different Padres team. You're playing a very different Padres team. San Francisco's season, which has been beautiful and, like, perfect, comes down to those 3 at Colorado. If they survive, if they get 2 out of 3, I think they've won the NL West. And the Dodgers would be in a 1-game playoff. Like, that kind of hasn't been talked about enough because, hey, we're fucking talking baseball pundits at this point. And let's be honest, we all thought the Dodgers were going to clip them. The Dodgers.
At
Dude,
various points.
Scherzer, Urias, and Buehler could all finish like top 6 in the NL Cy Young. Scherzer might win. Buehler might be 3. Urias is like 19-8 or something. Dude, I know, wins and losses don't matter, but sometimes they do.
Sometimes it's noteworthy.
BBD, we've done baseball all year. We've done baseball all year. Cool. I watched SVP Sports Center 2 nights ago. Clicked over. Was it Tuesday after the Yankees game? Last night was Wednesday. So yes. And SVP, I haven't been watching a lot. He also takes the summer off, and we kind of have the summer on. But now that baseball season's back in the winter, I think he's more dialed in. So they were doing just like a trivia game, not to show him up, but just kind of having fun with it. Stanford Steve, and they did like which QB has the highest QBR, and it was like Tannehill, Bridgewater, and someone else. I forget who it was, but someone else, and it was like, oh wow, you wouldn't have guessed that. And it was like which starting pitcher. Okay, I've gotten to my point. Which Dodgers starting pitcher is in line for the Cy Young? And, like, being in it, I was like, we know that Scherzer's now the favorite, basically. We know that Walker Buehler's been kind of the number 2 for, like...
Yeah. He's been everyone's, like, footnote.
He's been everyone's
all year.
number 2 for, like, 3 months. Let me read you Urias' stats.
Different dudes at him.
Julio Urias, 30 games started, a 3.1 ERA. He's 18-3. If this was 20 years ago, it would be Urias' Cy Young to lose. He's 25, by the way. Like, dude, the Dodgers...
185 strikeouts
and
and 174 innings.
That's where this gets wild. Dude, the Dodgers, if they make the playoff format, they're the favorite. I wouldn't bet against them.
Like, they don't...
Urias, Buehler, Scherzer.
If they
That's
win,
without Clayton Kershaw.
best pitcher I've, like, ever seen. Not included.
Either of those guys, I mean, a lot of teams have good pitchers, but those 4 could be your one.
They'd be a lot of teams' best.
And that's without getting to
They'd be, like,
Mookie
all but 5
Betts,
teams won.
Trey Turner, Seager, Justin Turner. Will Smith might be the best hitting catcher in baseball.
Numbers are the best this year.
Chris Taylor was an all-star this year. Like, the
Muncy was
Dodgers
like a chic MVP
are a
pick
different
for a while.
level. And with all of that being said, they could end up in a one-game playoff versus the hottest team in baseball.
Yeah, and if the Dodgers take care of business, win that game, they don't give a fuck that they used a starter.
burned
They
our
used their
one.
best starter in that.
We have 8
There's never been a
ones.
team more like equipped to deal with that.
Yeah.
But
it's one game.
It's one game against the team.
It's one game, and the other team has
Hottest
Paul
team.
Goldschmidt, who's, one of the best first... He's going to go down as like a... I don't know where he's going to land, but he's a top 10 first baseman of the last 50 years.
Of his generation.
Nolan Arenado, who might be one of the best third basemen to ever play this game.
On like both sides of the ball.
Wainwright, and do they have Flaherty to piggyback with them? And they've got a bullpen with guys. So, like...
They have plus defense
They
at
play
every
great
position.
defense, man.
Yachty. Still
Molina.
Yachty.
So, man, that's gonna be wild. Baseball is hot in the streets. I just got juiced up. We've got our Talking Baseball episode tomorrow. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, man. We are in it. We are in it. Reds, what happened? What is you doing, baby? Philly, Padres. Colorado Rockies are a game and a half back of the Mets. Just something to watch out for. Final week of the season.
Mets are 6 games below 500. Mets need to go at least, assuming they also have 9 games left.
In the nicest way.
They're 2 games away from 500 season being They're 2 losses away from a 500 season.
God,
being
that's
done.
crazy.
79
crazy.
losses right now.
Okay. That was a lot of baseball. I didn't think we were going to do that much baseball, but it's fun. It's hot right now. Go baseball, go, man. Interested to see the final plot twists and turns of these last couple weeks. Man, good for St. Louis. Dodgers. God. Man. 2 games back.
By the way, we mentioned in passing Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah.
And somebody in the chat wrote Paul Gold Dodger killer, and I remembered he's been in the division a while, so I guess he probably has a history against these guys.
I like
Can I
that.
read you some OPSs against
I
some
would
of these
love
Dodger
that.
guys?
I love Paul Goldschmidt.
Walker Buehler, he has an 818 OPS against him.
Okay.
Kenley Jansen, 830 OPS against him. Joe Kelly, 770.
Okay.
That's fine. Kershaw, 666. Not great, but hey, he
Best pitcher of our
doesn't carve him
generation.
up.
Yeah.
Corey Knebel, 1.4 OPS, it's 4 ABs. Price, he's hit well in 5 ABs. Scherzer's the only guy who has like an extended history of success against him.
Man. Scherzer
probably gets the pill anyway.
I think so. And you probably have Urias
probably
ready to
is.
follow because he did that.
He did that last year in a wild card game. Because you have Bueller ready to pitch game 1, and then Urias probably good by the time game 2 or 3 comes around.
And they're the Dodgers. We've seen them throw Clayton Kershaw whenever.
Yeah, you throw.
Seen them throw Kershaw at times we didn't think they'd go to Clayton Kershaw.
Or they throw Urias again, even if 4 innings is his max.
So I know.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, my dream for a little while was Dodgers, Padres, Yanks, Red Sox wild card game. When I say dream, I mean dream for baseball. I can get into Cardinals, Dodgers, and man, as long as the Yanks are in some fashion, I'd be up for that. That's the baseball. Talking baseball tomorrow. Caliente en los calles. Let's give you guys a little NFL preview for the weekend. We've been doing this. I like it. It kind of gets us excited for the weekend of football. You find the big matchup. Mm-hmm. Kind of not plan your weekend around it. Yankees are Sunday night baseball, so we'll be able to kind of football Sunday. Football Sunday happens from 1 to 6.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first full sit down. I'm watching the Giant game all the way through,
like that,
which I'm excited about.
And it's Thursday, so tonight is Panthers Texans. Panthers Texans. Oh, that kind of sucks, huh? I guess your Panthers.
My Panthers. I don't love the line.
Oh, I think So, to Rod Taylor, my QBR question I blanked on before, he had the highest QBR. I don't know if it was just the crew listed or in the NFL, but it was like Teddy Bridgewater, Tannehill, some other guys that were doing all right. But he's hurt. So, the Carolina Panthers are an 8-point favorite.
Yeah.
Which is big. On the road.
Yeah. For a team that is, the Panthers don't have expectations, really.
But that's because
played some nice football.
Davis Mills is getting his first NFL start, rookie quarterback out of Stanford. So that's why. So I don't know. I can't promise you that's going to be a good watch. The Panthers have a really good shot to go 3-0, which again, Bobby and BBD can drink some of your tears. And I saw this on. I just got triples. I saw this on SVP Sports Center. I think there were 7 teams that went 3-0 in the NFL last year, and all 7 made the playoffs. Mm. So if the Panthers get 3-0,
one more game now.
It's one more game, but 3-0, man, that gives you a lot of wiggle room. Let's see, who else is on? And I mean, okay, so they got a game at the Jets at some point. They play the Colts, who I think will stink. The Jaguars, there's 3 more wins. Colts twice. It's not the easiest schedule. Dolphins. Yeah, I don't know. Football schedules can be... that's the Texans schedule. Okay, they suck. So I don't know. That'll be football. I'll probably... I was going to say I was going to tune in for a little bit. I'm not. I'm going to a concert. My secret cool side, I'm very much sports, kind of dressed somewhere between frat bro and frat bro's dad. Going to a Grizz concert tonight. He's a cool boy. Used to run the streets of Denver, man. Dude, literally, had power in Denver. He shut down streets. He would just do live sets in a street, and the street would close. Like main roads. And the cops were just like, Grizz kind of won. Like, what are we supposed to do? So I'm going to that tonight, so I probably won't watch football. So that's exciting. Now let's see what's on the real slate for football Sunday. The 1 p.m. games, Washington football team at the Bills. Okay, Bills are big favorites in that one, as they should be.
Maybe the winner of the 1 o'clock hour? Nah. Chargers, Chiefs.
Heineke season still going on, so that's fun. I guess we'll find out how much really is. 7.5 feels like a big spread. We'll see where that lands. Cleveland and the Browns. Okay, Brownies. Baker Mayfield, only 1 touchdown pass so far in the season. His numbers are kind of fine, 40 for 49. But
I think there's been a lot of.
I think Baker
they've
Mayfield
had a lot of like goal line possessions, hand off to Chubb and Hunt, and see what they just let them handle it.
I think he'd, I think Baker Mayfield would tell you he'd
happy
want
with his
more than
season,
one
but-
touchdown pass in 2 weeks. But they're 1-1, get to 2-1 against the Bears.
Odell might be back for them.
Ooh,
I know he was full go
OBJ.
in practice.
Like that.
Saw that alert come through.
Ravens, Lions. Ravens coming off their big win. They're 8-point favorites against the Lions, who are 0-2 after that loss to the Packers after their good first half. That feels like a little bit of a trap. 8 points is a big spread. I might be interested in that. That could be just a little Lions cheese. Ravens just got a lot of love.
You see the Ravens being up.
They could also fucking kill the Lions, so I'm not.
They could be up like a comfy 13, and just like at the end, the Lions are a team that seems like at the end they just kind of like get one.
Like, I could see the Lions have been fighting against. By the way, the Lions have been playing two teams that are supposed to be a lot better than them. Niners, Packers, Ravens.
Start there.
That's a tough start.
I lost my fantasy game, not the Bakers League, but like the Friends League.
Sure.
By 0.6 points. At the very end, I have DeAndre Swift at the very end of the Lions game. They were like giving him screen passes, PPR, and I got to there, and they didn't give him one more. It was devastating.
I did the DraftKings, that Tampa Bay game. They had like one of their odds boost was Ryan and Brady combined for like 596 yards passing, basically 300 yards both ways. And Matt Ryan threw 2 pick sixes. If he completed like one 20-yard pass or 2 10-yard passes, it would have been over. Instead, 2 pick sixes, and I was like, that's kind of funny. That's actually
funny.
Actually, that's kind of funny. Colts Titans. You're not going to get me jazzed up for that. I saw some pundits defending Carson Wentz so far. They're saying that the NFL right now is still a sloppy product, one less preseason game. So teams are still half in preseason
I think people
mode.
are saying that their offensive line's been particularly bad. I don't know enough to dispute it.
So I was listening to Jonathan Vilma, old Jets great, the U. And he said, like, the Colts have the talent, but he thinks that their offensive line has sucked because teams don't take preseason serious anymore. So we'll see. Oh, my God, dude. Did you see that clip of the little kid that ripped the Jets? It's like a 20-second video that was going around.
I probably saw it but didn't open it.
It's this kid that there's a freeze frame of a Jets play, and, like, every offensive lineman's been beat. There's they have, like, 2 tight ends that are blocking each other, and this little kid, and just, he's got a high-pitched voice. He's young. He just kind of tears apart the Jets in like 15 seconds. It's a pretty good video. Back to the football. Titans, Colts, that doesn't do much for me. Chiefs, Chargers could be fun. Herbert and the Chargers can score. It's in Kansas City. Chiefs probably can't lose 2 in a row, but that could be a very fun game. Watch for Tyreek Hill to go off. He was kind of smothered by the Ravens. Andy Reid won't let that happen again.
There's a lot of names you're interested in.
Big fantasy matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. That can be a very fun game. Maybe get that as the flip. Patriots Saints. That's going to be an ugly one. One of those teams is going to be 2-1 and pretty happy. It's in New England. They're 3-point favorites. Either Jameis Winston and the Saints are going to be 2-1, or Mac Jones and the Patriots are going to be 2-1, and that feels so much different than 1-2. So that's kind of big. Couple really well-respected coaches. Falcons, Giants in the 0-2 bowl. My God, Giants, if you don't win that one.
It's done.
If you don't win that one.
It's the season changes.
I mean, like, that's a Daniel Jones out-of-town game. Like, he has to win that. Wow. I didn't know that.
If they lose that game and he's like the primary reason,
I mean,
the people who don't like him have won.
I really have to start wrapping up, but I want to call Bobby so bad. so maybe we'll burn through this.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Quick.
Bengals, Steelers. That could end up being fun. That's kind of old versus new.
Yeah.
Roethlisberger and
People
Joe
are
Burrow.
liking what the Bengals are doing.
That's fun in Pittsburgh. That'll actually be a good watch. Cardinals, Jaguars. I think Kyler will just rip through them. They'll be the sexy team. And good. Like, hey, I've been tough on Cliff Kingsbury. Kyler looks incredible. Incredible. So go Cardinals. I'll root for Kyler. I'm not going to be lean into bad Cliff Kingsbury stuff. Dolphins, Raiders. It's kind of a brutal watch. Feels like a game the Raiders just lose.
The next
but they could go 3-0. Rams, Bucks. Okay, that's your 4 p.m. All right, that's awesome. In L.A. Rams kind of haven't been tested yet. Bucks are nasty. That's awesome. Watch that game. I wonder if Trev's going to that. Have to hit him up. That's really cool. Seahawks, Vikings. That could end up being fun. Vikings at home. They're 0-2. They need a win in a bad way. Seahawks just blew a game. I could see that being really good, too. Packers, Niners. That's fun. That's the whole Aaron Rodgers. He wanted to go there. Niners are 2-0. Packers flunked the dunk opening day. Okay, so late night Sunday, I think things get better. You go Bucks, Rams with a little backup of Seahawks, Vikings, and then Packers, Niners to wrap it up.
That is a baseball Sunday night, though.
Meanwhile, Red Sox, Yankees are going.
For the season.
That's a big sports night. You're going to lose a little sleep Monday, and that's fine. And then Eagles, Cowboys, Monday Night Football. How about them? So we'll talk about that then. BBD, do you have a bro of the night? I know I should do comment of the day. I'm really supposed to start wrapping up.
You got to get out of here.
Let's see if there's at work yesterday, I found myself randomly singing the Wake and Jake theme song in my head over and over. It's too catchy. That's from Snarly Charlie. I love that. Jake Hawes, the 90s Bowl intro music can make even the most level-headed man run straight through a brick wall. Sorry, I don't make the rules. 2 claps for 4K. Like that a lot. Ryan Mountcastle, Rookie of the Year. We'll probably talk about that at some point. Yeah. You got a bro? BBD?
It's a bro, and it's going to Lucas Giolito. I had a dream last night where I got a back alley at Bats style plate appearance against him. I struck out looking, and he was a dick about it.
Damn. That sucks, bro.
Yeah.
Calling Bobby. 10:57. Bobby!
What's going on, boss?
You're live on Wake and Jake right now.
Oh man, that's cool. What's going on?
Dude, I just realized how big the Giants game is this weekend.
Yeah, really big.
Dude, like if they don't win, like
it's a new low moment in franchise history if we don't win. How about instead of talking about all that misery, we could talk about how right we were about the Panthers.
Yeah. we just gave a little love on that. Dude, they're got a really good chance to go 3-0 tonight.
I know. That was like my kind of you know me, I don't try to do hot takes. That was like my take of the offseason was the Panthers are going to be good and the Saints would be third in the division. So,
dude, it's so dumb. Like, I threw the Raiders out there as a fucking flyer. They got a pretty good. They're playing the Dolphins at home to go 3-0.
Derek Carr is getting best QB in the NFL headlines.
We're fucking geniuses.
I love it, man.
Dude, I kind of got to roll, but yeah, dude, like if the Giants don't win, it's like the end.
No, I may quit.
Okay, good.
So,
huge.
Just my job on the line, guys. So
I think
hopefully they get a win.
I think you, Danny, Joe. All right. Well, hey, BBD's a Giants fan, so he's rooting with you. I'm wishing you the best.
All right, I appreciate that.
All right, see you, big dog.
The Yankees are back in the playoffs, right?
As of today, they are. Yes, sir.
All right, I just need to see at least one playoff game to care.
New York sports is back. All right, Bobby, we'll see you, big dog.
See ya.
Everybody, thank you so much, Bakers. You guys are the best. Bake the algorithm. Share. Have fun. Enjoy the football weekend. Enjoy Yankee Sox. Enjoy baseball, man. Enjoy baseball. Thank you guys. Again, 4K subs. That's incredible. 5, 10, a million. You guys are the absolute best. We'll see you Monday morning, 10:30, whenever. Everything else on the John Boy Media Network, JJR, Chris Rose Rotation, John Boy Jake TV, Planes and Watching have been fun. Pinstripe Strong, Joe's McFly, my guy, the Compound, Mansplain Baseball, Talking Yanks, Talking Nuts. Everything. You guys are the best. We love you. Bake the algorithm.